Hey guys, Makeup by Age 17 here, and I'm filming a review video, Too Faced Natural Eye Review, because I'm doing a different thing, and I can delete this video and upload the other video reviewing the same products, but in the format for my Too Faced Natural. So check out that review and tell me which version you like better, because if I'm trying to work on the sound, because I'm not the loudest talker, I'm kind of a mumbler, so that can be a problem. So check out that review. That's your homework assignment. Sorry my hair's up. I just got back from school. Actually, I got back from school 2 hours ago, but I really needed to get this video filmed because I'm really excited about filming these, because I'm filming a review for brushes. These are the Walmart brushes. They were $10 for 6, and it's Deluxe Eye Duo set. It has 6 brush types for a total eye makeover, and it's a high definition one, not the regular one. I'm not sure if they had a regular one. I originally went to Walmart to do to pick up some Eco Tools brushes. I tested them out and they were really soft, so I did my research on YouTube and a lot of people liked them. So I went to buy them, and they are supposed to be at your local Walmart, but they were not at my local Walmart. So I just ended up getting these brushes instead because they were cheap, and I've heard that they're the same as the Eco Tools brushes, like the same manufacturer, so they must be pretty good quality if people loved the Eco Tools brushes. I'm a little disappointed because I did want some environmentally friendly brushes, and these are not, because they come in plastic and all that not good stuff. Intro. So I'm going to start with the brushes. And the first brush I am reviewing is this brush. So this at first I thought was your eyebrow brush, but then I was wrong and told this is supposed to be an eyeliner brush. But first I'll review the spoolie. My first reaction to the spoolie was a little bit flimsy, but I went and tested out my other spoolie that my mom gave me, and it's actually like the same. So I was like, I'll just give it a try. So I washed it, and I washed all these brushes, and they didn't change when I was washing them. So I was doing my eyebrows this morning, and when I do my eyebrows, I put on the powder with an angled eyebrow brush, and then I use my spoolie to remove any excess powder before I set my eyebrows in case they're too dark, because I tend to do it darker so I can remove it and get it to the right color for my hair and my face and my eyebrows, because my eyebrows, if you see some of my earlier videos, they're not the most noticeable. But I was using it, and I was so surprised about how much I actually liked this brush. It got off the perfect amount of powder for me. I loved this brush. I loved my reaction. It was definitely worth paying $10 for this kit in this brush. Like, that's probably $10 for 6 brushes. It's the same of 1 spoolie from MAC. So that's amazing. Then there's this eyeliner brush, which I've never had an angled eyeliner brush, so I wasn't really sure. Like, there's nothing really to compare it to. I use a MAC 210 brush, which is a really skinny. Like, it's not angled, it's just long and skinny. And I'm in love with that brush. If you want to spend a lot on brushes, that's a brush to get for your eyes. So I was like, okay, I'll try a angled eyeliner brush, and if I like it, I'll invest in some nicer ones. Or tell you guys if I like this brush. And I was so surprised with my reaction that I did not like this brush. I was like assuming like it's kind of soft, it's not bad, it's got a good like shape to it. It doesn't allow me to create the shape of eyeliner I want to create. It's really hard for me to create the correct shape of eyeliner with this brush. And I'm not sure if that's just because it's an angled eyeliner brush, or if that's because of the way this brush is made. I'm not a big fan of this brush. I probably will rarely use it and stick with my MAC 210 brush. The other brush I have is this brush. This is kind of the face brush almost, because it's a concealer and a mini powder brush. So this is a concealer brush, and I'm not in love with it, but I don't hate it. Like, it's a good brush. It's good for beginners. It's good for a cheap brush. It's really good quality for being probably like $1.50 or something around there. I didn't calculate it, but it's not like as dense as I like my concealer brushes. As you can see, it's a little bit on the skinny side, and it does not pack on, like absorb on my concealer like my other concealer brush, but it doesn't blend it out as well as I like, and it's a little bit thin, so I felt like I wasn't using that, like I felt like I had to use more And I'm not in love with this brush. I won't say, oh my god, don't buy this brush, don't ever use it, it sucks. But I'm not in love with it, and I'll probably use my other concealer brush from Sephora a lot more. And then this brush, I was really surprised. It's a mini face powder brush, and I don't know about you, but that would like take a lot of effort because I go like this, and I use one brush every day. I use a Baby Kabuki brush to put on my bronzer every day, and that's the only thing I wear on my face pretty much, besides like foundation or tinted moisturizer or whatever. That's really, sometimes I'll wear blush, sometimes I'll wear shimmer over it, but I mean usually I just throw on my bronzer and I'm out the door with my eye makeup. But I was like, I'm not gonna use this brush for a face brush. It's too flimsy, as you can see. And you can't really see, but it's flimsy. It's not dense at all. It's dense if you squeeze it together, but I mean it is a really soft brush, but that does not mean it's a good brush. So I tried this brush for two things. I tried it for putting on my highlight. When I use my highlight, I kind of blend out the shape of my crease, so I blend it up so it's not like crease highlight like I kind of blend it. And I did not like that brush for this. I did not like it, did not blend it. The second time I used it to put on a powder over my concealer to set my concealer. I loved it for that. I got the perfect amount of powder on, and it blended it, and it was soft, and it doesn't pull at your eye at all, because when you pull at your eye, it gives you wrinkles, which is not a good thing. So I really liked this brush for putting it on under. So I'll definitely be using this brush every day. Then, one of the main reasons I bought this kit is because I was looking for two specific brushes. I was looking for a pencil brush and a blending brush, and I got those brushes. So, this morning I decided to do my makeup using all these brushes, but it was missing one important brush. It didn't have just an eye brush, like just a big fluffy eyeshadow brush. It only has this for your eyeshadow, which is good because that's what I wanted, but I mean, this really wouldn't work for, I have not used this to apply eyeshadow, but that's not what I'm going to use it for. Anyway, back to the point. This is the pencil brush, and I do not have a pencil brush to compare this to, but it's really soft, which is a good thing, and it's like it holds its shape really well, and it holds its shape through, I've washed this and it's still soft, and it still has its shape, or it could apply eyeshadow under your eye or in the corner of your eye. I really like this brush. I was considering buying a pencil brush from MAC for probably twice as much as I bought all these 6 brushes for it. So I'm surprised at how great a deal it was. Like, that's amazing. So then at first I thought this brush would be a good crease brush, but then I realized my crease brush that I use now is tapered. Like this brush is a little bit tapered, but it's not quite as tapered as my crease brush, and my crease brush really gets the color in my crease really well. So it's like, I'm going to use this for a blending brush. This brush is the most amazing blending brush I have ever used. It's soft enough to blend shadows and feel good when you blend your shadows. It's not like super, it's a little bit on the flimsy side, which is good in my opinion for a blending brush. Like, that's a good quality for a blending brush. You don't want it to be super thick. So I've used this brush once for a blending brush, and it doesn't pick up any color from your eyeshadow, because I have used blending brushes and I've been blending, and then it like blends up the color, so it's not as like dramatic a look as I was going for. But it's not, I would not say it's the best crease brush. I mean, you could use it for a crease brush if you really wanted to, but I like my crease brush from Target better. My crease brush from, I think it was from Target, I'm pretty sure, but Target has some really good brushes for cheap too. They're like the pseudo basic brushes that I'll try and get. I don't think they have sets, but I'll try and get some of my brushes together and do a review, because I've been using those brushes for a long time, and I've only used these brushes once. But are these brushes worth the money? Yes. These brushes are $10. They're really, some of them are good, some of them are bad. The major problems I have is they're a little bit on the flimsy side. They're not as dense as I like my brushes to be, and they're dual-sided. So that's a problem for storage. Brushes are good buy, and they're cheap and they're good and they're great for beginners, because when I was a beginner I did not want to spend a lot of money on my brushes. I'll talk to you guys later.